Hi, it's Vincent here, founder of the Property Marketing Academy, where I teach real estate agents and property owners how to market property more effectively so that you can achieve the maximum price out there in the marketplace and also avoid underselling. Now in this video I'm going to share with you a really neat little trick that you can do on the internet that allows you to find out the price or rough price of a property without having to contact the real estate agent. Because there's a lot of homes now that are marketed without a price on them, and it's frustrating so many people. And I don't know if you've found it yourself, but it's really just something that is just becoming such a frustrating part of the real estate industry at the moment, is the fact that so many properties don't have a price on it. And I mentioned this in my previous video about why the no price ceiling is now a myth, and that is that there's a thing in the back end of these property portal sites like realestate.com.au and domain.com.au and all these other different sites, that the agent actually has to provide a mandatory price in the back end. So what it does is it makes a property appear in a price-based search. And realestate.com.au have said that something like 31% of users now search and refine their search by price. So if they're looking at buying a property, say between $550 and $600, that they'll actually refine their search in that price range so that they're getting rid of all the ones that are so much cheaper and so much dearer, and then they're concentrating just on those particular properties that they can then afford. So in this video, I've put together a screen capture instructional tutorial, let's say, to give you an idea of how to go through and identify a rough price on every single listing that's out there without a price on it currently. And that's going to save you a lot of time and frustration contacting the agencies, speaking to the receptionists who generally don't reveal anything in relation to the price of a property, or even when you're speaking to the agents nowadays with properties without price on them, some of them are in a situation where they just say, oh look, sorry, you've got to come down and inspect the property before we even talk to you about price, and basically we want to get you to come through the home and then you tell us the price. So this is going to cut through all of that, and it'll make your life a lot easier over the internet to be able to identify what you can afford and whether or not that property is actually in your price range or it's not. So here's the tutorial I've put together, and it's basically a step-by-step to help you to go through this process. So I hope you find it helpful, and if you've got any questions about this, please feel free to get in touch with me, and hopefully this helps you to just save a lot of time when you're out there looking at property and seeing whether or not it is in your price range or it's not. So thanks again for tuning in, and here's the video. Hi, it's Vincent here. In this video I'm going to show you how to find out the price of a property without having to contact a real estate agent. So what we'll do is we're on realestate.com.au here. Let's have a look at some property in Rouse Hill here in New South Wales, and you'll see here that there's properties that are currently listed. This is one with a price on it, $720. Another one just listed. Another one just listed. This one's got a price guide above 600,000. This one here is just listed again, and another one without a price just listed. Another one with a price guide 965. This one here, price guide over 890. So these ones where there's no price, they're the ones that a lot of people are getting very frustrated by this. So what we can do is try to get an idea of what price range this property is actually in without having to contact the agent. What we do is over on this left hand side, there's different fields that you can use for refining your search. So you'll see here, these are the results for properties that are currently for sale in Rouse Hill. But yet we can actually type in here, we can go for different property types, we can look at different land sizes, and then we can work out different price, minimum price, maximum price, different bedrooms, bathrooms, whatever. So you can refine and drill down to whatever you particularly want to look for in a property. But let's just say we're trying to find out the price of this home. Let's say we'll start from say 800 through to about 850, and we'll see if anything comes up. So you go through, enter in the details, and then click on this update button, and you'll see now that it's results for properties for sale between 800 and 850,000. Now in that price range there's only 2 properties there, and that particular property that we were looking for, 9 O'Reilly Way, hasn't come up. So we'll go back and have a look, and let's up the price. Let's say we'll go from 850,000 to 900,000 and click update again, and you'll see in here that 9 O'Reilly Way, Rouse Hill, comes up within that price range search. So without having to contact the agent, we can now see that this property actually sits somewhere between 850 to 900,000. So we'll just see whether or not it actually appears any higher than that. So let's say we go 900 to 950,000 and click update again, and let's just see if that particular property comes up. And you'll see in here, no, it's not there. Alright, so for this particular property, 9 O'Reilly Way, it appears that it's somewhere in around that 850 to 900,000. So the agent in behind the system, when they uploaded this listing, in their mandatory price range, they've entered in a figure somewhere between the 850 and 900,000. So there you have it. That's how you can actually find out the price of a property without having to contact the agent. Now, just before I go, I just wanted to show you on this search, when I noticed this earlier on, that we did the search originally between $800 and $850,000. Now this is something to be very, very, very mindful of, because when you see this is a property that came up for a search, and some of those statistics that realestate.com.au are sharing now are saying something close to 1/3 of people using their site are now refining their search by price. So what happens is that if someone's got $800 to $850,000 to spend, and they're refining their search in that price range, and yet a property here is on the market for over, as a price guide, over $890,000, and the owner is obviously trying to achieve a price somewhere around the $900,000 mark or above, and yet the agent has put the price in the back end of the system so that it appears between $800,000 and $850,000. Now, that's targeting to the wrong segment of the market. It's completely anyone who is in a situation where they've got, let's say they've got $850 to $900 to spend, and they're looking for properties in that price range, which this property should appear if it's done correctly. But let's just see, in an $850,000 to $900,000 price range search, it's nowhere to be seen, which is absolutely appalling marketing. They've targeted to an $800,000 to $850,000 segment of the market, and there's a really good chance that that property has been undersold purely because people with $850,000 to $900,000 didn't even see this one on the internet if they were refining their search in that price range. So that's absolutely disgusting. Anyway, we'll do another video around that, but I'm really appalled that an agent would actually do that in the back end of the system. So anyway, I hope you found that information helpful about how to find the price of a property without actually having to contact the agent. So I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any questions about this, please feel free to get in touch with me. More than happy to help in any way I possibly can. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll look forward to catching up with you in the next video. We'll see you then. Bye.